Hello, how are you guys? Welcome. I'm just new technology again. Another run. Hang on, I'm just going to see if I can get this camera going a little bit better. Hold on here. Okay, how's this going here? Sorry about this, you guys. All right. I don't know how this is working properly. It looks blurry to me. Can you guys tell me if that looks blurry to you? I can't really tell. I'm just going to breathe for a minute and center myself. Because all of this new stuff is just quite a something here. All right, let me see if I can see what's going on here. Let's see, live chat. Okay, if you guys are here, let me know. And if it looks blurry, you can let me know that too. It's a bit blurry, but better than she's saying. Hang on, I can't see everything here. I can't see what she's saying. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to see what I can do to make it not so blurry. Guys, please just bear with me. If I move away, it gets blurry. Okay, well, then I'll just stay still. Okay. One of the ways that we can get to a clearer screen is if you guys are able to subscribe to this channel. I just have to get to 50 subscribers to be able to do it from my phone, because I don't know why the laptop and the desktop seem to be a little bit blurry. The cameras are probably not as advanced as my other ones, but hang on here. Okay, so now it's really hot. Okay, let's see if I can get this together. I know it's a little bit blurry. I'm sorry about that, but I'm just going to move on from that, because otherwise, and I'm also going to take this. You know what? That's kind of the day it has been. So I hope for you guys, you understand in terms of the energies, what it has been like in the last 24 to 36 hours. I don't know if you've been experiencing the same things, but I know that I most definitely have, and that the energies have been very intense as we're going through into the new moon tomorrow, and the 11-1 portal is going to be opening up. So with that said, part of what is happening, and I've talked about this before, and we talked about this last time with the end of an era coming up, and we're really closing out some very deep-seated parts of ourselves, like deep-seated patterns and habits that we have had going on for quite some time. So what they're saying is that we really need to, stay strong at this point in time, because it can be very testing, and to recognize that during this period, you may find that you're getting a little bit anxious, you're getting a little bit fed up, you're tired, whatever that could be, so that you are able to usher in this new version of yourself with a little bit more ease, but it's not really just about it being easy, guys. I'll be honest with you. It's more about with more effectiveness and with more efficiency, because it's almost like the new version of you doesn't want to do some of that lower frequency stuff that you've done before. So let's start off with the cards. Let's get moving into the cards and see what the Cole has to say. So we're starting with the Sacred Forest Oracle. Okay. All right. So asking for the Cole to come through with guidance for this collective that is for the highest and happiest good regarding the energies and what is going to be experiencing, what is going to be coming up for them as we head into this new moon tomorrow and as we go into the 11-1 portal. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about here with this leadership card. So it's really a time where we need you to be into that. Does that help? I'm trying to figure if the light makes it a little bit better. We really need you to be in that place of leadership right now, because you need to, like, the new version of you has to lead you away from the old version of you and lead yourself into the, like, that new life, that new world that you're about to live in. So you really need to kind of put your leadership pants on right now, because you're needed to be in that role of guiding you. And we can't really have you, like, I don't want to be condescending or cruel or anything like that, but it's almost like we can't have old version of us moaning and groaning and whining and complaining right now. We kind of need to, like, it's like if you have a child, or and that's sort of, you're going someplace really great, but they're just like moaning and groaning about every step of the way. We need to bring that part of ourselves forth, and we need to take that leadership right now in order to do that. Okay. All right. So asking the cold, do you have any guidance as to how they do that or around that process? Whoa. Whoa. Yes. Okay. So I have to take this one first. So, in reverse, the miracles card. So you're going to have to start believing in miracles, which means to me, you're going to have to let go of the how. You're going to have to let go of the what ifing and the direction of things not going the way that you want them to, and really focusing on, that part of you that is able to have faith in miracles, have faith in that which you cannot see. Okay. You're going to have to appreciate the beauty of everything that is around you. And, like, there are things that we've got that lotus flower there. We've got some of the darkness in the back. The lotus flower, if it grows out of mud. And at first it's not very beautiful. And that's part of the symbolism of it, is that out of that muddiness, something beautiful grows. And so it's about seeing the beauty in the things that don't look beautiful right now. Okay. Yeah. And being able to stay in the truth, be in the truth about yourself right now. There's going to be something around having to sort of face a part of yourself as you move into this new version after the new moon. There's going to come at a time, a phase, an opportunity where you're really going to have to face something new. Because as you get into this new version, what they're showing me is that some of the old things are no longer going to align, and it's going to cause friction when you get there. It's like not going to fit. And so you're going to have to face yourself into some of the things that you maybe haven't wanted to. You're going to have to allow that wisdom to come through. You're going to have to allow that knowing to come through. And you're going to go through a phase of purification, meaning there's going to have to be a cleansing in that new space. So even though we normally are accustomed to purging before we hit a full moon, and with those energies, as we get into the new moon, this like newness. So what I'm being shown is like one of the first things we do when a baby is born is, like, if you think about it, that baby has to cry, like that mucus has to come out of its airways. We have to cut that umbilical cord. We have to, like, we usually wash the baby up and all of that kind of stuff, right? So this is what they're showing me for this new moon, is that it's very important that you recognize that a lot of those steps and stages are going to take place. Okay, so they want to prepare you as well. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, I feel this, and you're going to feel like you don't have the energy for it, is what I'm picking up. For many of you, you're going to feel like you don't have the energy of it, because you see, this pure spirit, it's a lot of water. Okay, whereas you look at this energy card in reverse, fire spirit. So the purification is going to have you feeling like you're low energy, and it's going to be like, I should stop doing this because it doesn't feel good. It's making me, it's making me less energetic, it's making me lethargic, it's making me tired, and we're going to contemplate or question, is this really a good thing? And they're saying, you bet your bottom dollar it is a good thing. It's necessary, okay? Oh, okay. All right. So they do also want me to reference that tonight is in the Hindu religion and culture. It's Diwali, the Festival of Lights. Okay. And it's also Halloween. So if you can understand, or if you can, wrap your head around, we've got this Festival of Light around a night that typically depicts darkness. And so these two things have come together at the same time. The last time it happened was 2008, and I said prior to that 1972. Does not happen very often. But what that's doing is it's really creating a thin veil, okay? So the veil between from illusion is very, very thin right now. And so if you allow yourself, you will see some things that you were not seeing before, because the veil is very thin, and it's creating, with its thinness, it's creating an ease, or an easier time of seeing beyond the illusion. Okay. So with that being said, it's also coming at a time, because if you know, right now the world is in a very tumultuous stage, a very tumultuous time, with this American election and the war that's going on, and all of these different things that are happening, all of these celebrity scandals, and the way that there's so much divisiveness that's going on. So it's almost, I feel this is what's coming through from the coal. I'm not saying anybody else will be saying this, but what they're showing me is almost as though the light and the dark are coming head to head tonight. They're like, you want to go? Let's go. Right. And both are needed. But it's almost as though it's necessary. Like, have you ever had tensions that rise between in a situation, and they really, it's almost like two people just have to have it out, and that's what it feels like. It's like the light and the dark are just having to kind of come together and just thrash it out tonight. And it's necessary. It's necessary for the dark to get its side off its chest. It's necessary for the light to get its side off its chest, and then it's necessary for them to work together the way that they were created to do. But right now we have a lot of wonkiness going on between these two elements. All right, I'm going to sorry, I'm just trying to see what's going on here with the chats. Okay. If I don't know, there's a few of you here I see. So if you guys can just send me something in the chat so I know what's happening, what's going on. Okay, so we get the sanctuary card, and what I'm picking up with this is that it's necessary for us to create that sanctuary around ourselves in order to create that sanctuary within ourselves. So again, it is time for where we were doing a lot of decluttering and a lot of purging. This time around, I pick it up as being necessary. Oh my gosh, it's like pouring outside. It's necessary for us to do a lot of creating. So almost like recreating, moving things around in your space, like rearranging furniture or moving things around, or really reevaluate if the way your bedroom or your kitchen is set up, is that really working for you right now? So if you can get to that point of sort of starting that during this new moon, they're telling me that's going to be very advantageous for you. I'm talking about purification, guys, and it just like all the wind that was happening today was just like blowing things around, and now it's like pouring rain. It's just washing it out. Like if there are kids out there trick-or-treating right now, it's done, So I don't even know what is happening right now out there. Like I'm distracted by it because it's so heavy, and when I see it, it has such meaning. That's what I'm feeling, is it's like it's so meaningful that this is happening. All right. Yeah. So we get this standing stones card here, which is this passage card, and that's what I feel like. It's like you're going to have to go through this rite of passage in your new version. You're going to have to, kind of find your way through. You have to go through this sort of I'm almost obstacles, these obstacles in order to do this. And we get the joy card in reverse, which tells me it's not likely to be very joyful. Like that part of it, that rite of passage, it's almost like that initiation. It's just not going to feel good. And I'm not one to sugarcoat or lie to you. And you guys know how brutally honest I am. So if I'm telling you this, I'm telling you so I can prepare you for when that comes along, that you're not going to be caught off guard by it. Okay. Because they're giving me this retreat card. It's almost as though you're going to want to retreat. You're going to want to be like, I don't want to do this. This does not feel good. I don't think this is the way to go. I don't really think that this is what I need. And it's like, yeah, it actually is, but you're not, it's almost like you're not going to understand it until you get through it. You're not going to be able to see it until you go through it. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. All right. And moving on into the Keepers of the Light card. Okay, so Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light Oracle, asking for the cool to come through with guidance from the Keepers of the Light Oracle for the highest and happiest good of this collective. Oh, wow, okay. Right away. Do you see what I'm saying here? In reverse. Downloads and understanding, Lady Venus. So that's what I'm telling you. It's not going to necessarily make sense in the beginning. It's not like how is this going to do this? How is that working for that? But this is where things that are happening behind the scenes are not going to be something that you can see or perceive, but it is taking place. So they're telling you, you might not see it, you might not get it, you might not understand it, but it is all happening, right? It says truth is being revealed, deep insights are coming from heaven in the astral realm. It's working on a deeper level than you can perceive at this point in time, okay? So what can they do during that time, or what do you recommend that they do during that time to get through that? So they give us the inner strength card. So they're telling you to rely on your inner strength, stay strong with your inner voice. Avoid letting your ego get the best of you. I know, talking to some of you over the last few days, your depression, your anxiety has been really creeping up on you. Sorry, but you have to choose to not let it get the best of you. Okay. Now, I know that we think, well, if I've moved versions, why is that even still around? And I was speaking to someone today, and I kind of gave that example of like people that used to be in your life, whether it's friends or ex-lovers or whatever, right? And you still have them in your list of contacts, and you're not really talking to them, or you've broken up with that person and you're over them, but they don't disappear. They don't go away forever. They're just somewhere else. And if you contact them, or you allow them, if you get on the frequency that allows them to contact you, meaning you start hanging out in places where they are vibrationally, you're going to get that like, hey, text, or you're going to send it out, and you're going to, activate that relationship all over again. So for those of you who go through some of those things that you feel like, well, I thought I had gotten over that, but how is that possible that I'm growing, but this is still present? Well, that's why. Because even though you outgrow something, you've gotten over it, again, it doesn't disappear. It doesn't dissipate. It doesn't go away. It just means because you are not giving it your attention, it doesn't exist for you. Okay. So, but if you do start to give your attention to it again, it will come back. So recognizing that those are choices. You have choices. If you're feeling a type of way and you pick up your phone and you decide, let me text so-and-so from the past and be like, hey, that's a choice you make. If they text you and you reply, that's a choice you make. Even if you reply and you're like, hi, really don't, nice hearing from you, don't really have much to say, it means you're not going to continue, you're not going to expand that relationship. But if you start hanging out with your depression, you start hanging out with your fear, you start hanging out with your anxiety, you start hanging out with your lack-minded self, then it's going to start to, bring that relationship into effect again. So the other card that came up asking what can they do is this magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. They're telling you stay focused. Stay focused right now. Oh boy, guys. All right, so let's do this. So we get the Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Okay. So again, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. The persecutor is going to be yourself. Okay. So have no fear. It's not somebody from outside of you. The persecutor is going to be you. Okay. So it's about standing strong and letting yourself be in the truth of what's really going on. What is it that you are really experiencing? What is it that you really want? What is it you really don't want? A lot of times what we think sounds good or what we think is, did this really just happen? Did this really just happen to me? How could this just happen to me like this? I don't know if you guys are still there. I'm going to just, wow. Wow. Okay. I don't know what happened. If anyone's there, let me know what's going on. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Am I still on there? Oh, you guys can see me and I can't see you guys. So, okay. Well, cool. All right. Well, I'm just going to, I'm not going to do that. Just give me a second. I'm going to keep going.